Why do we celebrate cross as a feast? Is cross one of the saints? There was a woman called Helena, and Helena was the mother of Emperor Constantine. And after the death of Jesus many years ago, they could not find the cross of Jesus on the Calvary. When they were doing excavation, this Helena was the one that found this cross. And it wasn't only this cross. Two were the crosses of those thieves beside Jesus on the cross, but one was the cross of Jesus. But how did they know which cross belonged to Jesus? They knew by miracle this cross performed. That is why we celebrate this feast today, exaltation of the cross. In the Old Testament, before the people of Israel left Egypt, and after they left the Egypt, there was an instrument God used to save them, to bring salvation to them. And that instrument was what? Staff of Moses and the staff of Aaron. We remember the miracle Moses performed in Egypt, how his staff turned to a snake and swallowed the snakes in Egypt. When the people of Israelites were going home, God told Moses to use his staff and strike the sea, and the sea parted into two. When they were thirsty, what did God say? Use your staff, strike the rock. Moses struck the rock, and water came out. In Numbers chapter 17, there was a time the people of Israelites were complaining about Moses and Aaron. And the complaint was, why did God choose you and Aaron to lead us? You have been leading us for long. It's for us to lead you now. And you know what God told Moses? God said to Moses, tell all the 12 tribes of Israel, each elder in each tribe must bring a staff of the eldest person in that tribe. And they brought the staffs, the 12 staffs, and God said to Moses, order these staffs, put them in the temple, and in the morning I will show you who I have called. And in the morning, do you know what happened? The staff of Aaron among the 12 staffs became a tree in the sanctuary, instrument of salvation. Why didn't the other crosses heal the sick? Why didn't the staff of all the 11 tribes of Israel perform the miracle to show us that it is only in this cross we have our salvation? In the Old Testament, their salvation came from the staff of Moses. But in the New Testament, our salvation is from this cross. We remember in the first reading, the people of Israelites were beaten by a snake because they sinned. And the same snake that beat them was the same snake that they looked upon that saved them. Why? Because Jesus became not just an instrument. Jesus became the symbol of that snake, which is sin, which is death. Jesus became the instrument. They looked at him, they looked at the serpent, and they were saved. And in the gospel, what did Jesus say to Nicodemus? He said, just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the desert, so as the Son of Man will be lifted up, that whoever believes in him will have eternal life. When you are in trouble, do you look at this cross just like the people of Israel did? When you are into sin, as they sinned against God, do you look at this cross where our salvation came from? St. Paul said that Jesus, even though he was God, but he humbled himself. He became sin because of us. He became a cross. In Roman culture, cross is a symbol of death. But Jesus became this death for us to be saved. It's only this cross that will save us. When the devil is telling you to commit a sin, Look at this cross where Jesus died. Look at him. He is the one we celebrate today. And we exalt him above every other crosses in our lives. You see how he's falling? The cross is still falling. So this cross is an instrument of our salvation. Not just an instrument, but Jesus is that instrument. He is the cross. He is the sacrifice. And he is the one doing the sacrifice. So let us exalt him. If you don't have cross at your home, make sure you have one. We Christians, we don't know how important the cross is in our homes, but the devils know. Occult people know. That is why they don't allow us to hang crosses in some schools, because they know what this cross represents.